you weren't so hot, I would have got rid of you a long time ago.
You know, like, it sucks that the tour was...
You just answered. She was asking me. Huh?
Anyways.
They were asking me, because it's my Lyme disease. It's not your Lyme disease. Are you worried about my Lyme disease?
Well, I was helping, you know, in every freaking day in the doctor with you for months. So
yeah, but
sometimes
they asked if I was scared about the Lyme disease because I'm the one that has it.
Right, but that didn't say that. I just was saying that you were taking all the necessary...
Listen to me, woman. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's the attitude.
For a whole decade now, Hailey Bieber has been moving like a straight-up shadow, copying every single woman Justin Bieber ever showed love to. From Selena Gomez to now Sabrina Carpenter, who's become Hailey's newest obsession. Just hours after Justin followed Sabrina on Instagram, Hailey's weird obsession kicked into overdrive, and it runs way deeper than anyone even realizes. We're not just talking about some basic outfit copying here. This is a full-on case of identity snatching. Hailey's been studying Sabrina's look, her poses, even her whole vibe, like her life depends on it. It's wild to see how Hailey's whole image seems built off Justin's exes and flings. And trust, it doesn't stop there. As the so-called founder of Rhode, she even jacked the brand's name from a clothing label that already existed. Plus, she's out here straight up swiping marketing tricks from small, independent creators just trying to make a name for themselves. There's barely anything original about Hailey. And now, with rumors swirling that Justin is completely checked out of their marriage, her desperation is screaming louder than ever. What you're about to see is proof you can't deny. And it might just explain why Justin looks at her like he's looking through her, not at her. Like this video right here where he's caught straight up yelling at her in public. How this marriage has even lasted this long is a whole mystery on its own. But we'll get into all that later. Right now, let's dive into how Hailey's trying way too hard to turn herself into Sabrina, all just to keep Justin's attention locked on her. There's so much mess here, you're gonna want to grab your popcorn! Hailey's obsession with Sabrina Carpenter kicked off the second Justin hit that follow button on Instagram. It's like a switch flipped. Now, keep in mind, Sabrina's been the pop girl everybody's talking about lately. So this wasn't just some casual scroll moment for Hailey. People were quick to speculate that this follow wasn't so innocent. And maybe, to be fair, Justin was just trying to stay tapped in with another artist. No big deal, right? Wrong. At least not in Hailey's eyes. See, with divorce rumors already blasting in the background like sirens, Hailey probably took that follow as a straight-up billboard that Justin was mentally clocking out of their marriage. And honestly, it didn't take long for the internet to pick up on the shift either. Justin didn't even post anything for Hailey's birthday. No sweet tribute, no cute throwback pics, not even a half-hearted story shout-out. But you know what he was doing? Double-tapping Sabrina's posts. And just like clockwork, Hailey went into full copycat mode. Within hours of Justin following Sabrina, fans spotted Hailey doing what she always does, trying to morph into Justin's latest muse. She dropped an Instagram story using a filter that made her eyes look exactly like Sabrina's natural bluish-green ones. And trust, that was no random choice. But it didn't stop there. Hailey went all in, switching up her wardrobe, rocking outfits almost identical to Sabrina's, sometimes just a day after Sabrina posted. From the outfits to the poses to the whole background setup, even the vibe, Hailey was clearly on a mission. It's like Hailey's out here studying these girls frame by frame, then cloning their whole vibe straight onto her own feed. And trust, this ain't the first time she's been busted doing it. Fans who've been clocking the drama for a while know the drill. Back when Justin was with Selena, Hailey was out here copying everything from Selena's tattoos to her outfits, even her TikToks. She would show up at places Justin and Selena were rumored to be at, like some copy and paste mission gone wild. That weird energy never disappeared. It just leveled up into Sabrina 2.0. Hailey even popped out at Coachella during Sabrina's set, acting like she was just casually there, but it gave straight-up undercover spy vibes. Later, she even pulled up to Sabrina's short and sweet tour, like she was doing full-on surveillance from the sidelines. And to make it even messier, she wasn't alone. Kendall Jenner was right there with her. And if you know, you know. Kendall had a big hand in pushing Selena out of Justin's life way back when. So yeah, the mess is deep. At this point, fans aren't just confused, they're seriously concerned. Remember when Hailey had a weird phase where she tried to look like Gigi Hadid?
Gigi, who's your new boyfriend after Joe Jonas? Bella? I'm sorry.
She had it down so well, the paparazzi even mistook her for Gigi more than once. No joke! It's like Hailey's whole image flips depending on who she's feeling threatened by that week. 1 minute, she's soft and sweet like Sabrina. The next, she's edgy and bold like Bella Hadid. It's almost like she doesn't have her own style at all, just a collection of templates based on whoever Justin's paying attention to that month. The delusion runs crazy deep. But the resentment Justin's been carrying? It runs even deeper. While Justin was out here forgetting Hailey's birthday and skipping over any kind of Valentine's Day love, guess what he did make time for? Wishing Madison Beer a happy birthday right there in her car comment section. And on Valentine's Day itself, instead of posting anything about Hailey, he dropped a random pic with Flavor Flav. Not a single word about his own wife. And all this while Hailey was pregnant with their child. And it doesn't stop there. Justin was still out here double-tapping pics of Rihanna rocking lingerie, while Hailey was at home, probably trying to hold it all together.
Store? At the store.
Baby, I wasn't trying!
I beat you, accept it!
Fans started getting even more worried because whenever Justin does post about Hailey, it's almost always some meme making fun of her teeth. Like, seriously, what are we doing here? If that's not silent bitterness dressed up as banter, what is? And just when you thought it couldn't get messier, Hailey herself posted, and then quickly deleted, a video where Justin is straight up yelling at her after losing a basketball game. He snapped, "I beat you," but it's the way he said, "I wasn't trying," dripping with pure disgust that had everybody shook. Like, is this really the man Hailey's willing to lose herself over just to stay by his side? If low self-esteem had a face, it would be this situation right here. And listen, if there's one clip that really screams, "Get me out of this relationship,"
Go ahead, you'll fall, you'll fall. Oh my God.
it's that chaotic moment when Justin literally sprints away from Hailey mid-conversation just to jump on his skateboard, leaving her straight up in the dust. No jog, no laugh, no nothing. He dipped like he couldn't get away fast enough. And poor Hailey? She took off chasing after him like a lost puppy, nearly tripping over herself. It was just straight up painful to watch. Go, Hailey! Don't fall, oh my God! And yeah, maybe you could argue that moment happened years ago. But the real tea is that Justin's been consistent. He's never really shown Hailey the respect she deserves. And this is where things get even juicier. Some fans are so convinced that things between them are crumbling that they're accusing Hailey of staging moments just to keep the fairy tale alive for the cameras. Sounds wild, right? But honestly, this is Hollywood. Nothing's really too far-fetched. One of the craziest theories buzzing around right now is that Hailey might actually be hiring a Justin Bieber body double just to keep up the paparazzi show. I know, sounds insane, but stay with me for a sec. No, like seriously, this rumor didn't pop up out of thin air. It really started heating up after Hailey appeared on the cover of W magazine for a pregnancy and high fashion shoot. But here's where it gets shady. Justin was nowhere to be seen in that maternity shoot. Instead, there was some random dude next to Hailey. And listen, This man looked suspiciously like Justin, but without all of Justin's signature tattoos. Like, come on now! Maybe Justin didn't feel like doing the shoot. Fair. But the timing felt hella suspicious, especially with people already side-eyeing their public appearances and calling them staged. Suddenly, everybody was on high alert, zooming into every blurry paparazzi pic, checking neck tattoos, ear placements, even the tiniest little details. And honestly, it didn't help that when Hailey and Justin finally did a baby bump photo shoot, the difference between them was screaming. Hailey went all out, glam from head to toe, while Justin looked like he just rolled out of bed, did the bare minimum, and couldn't wait to bounce. Probably to go like Sabrina Carpenter's pics again. It's just sad, honestly. This was the moment when people really started whispering that maybe, just maybe, Hailey was having a Band-Aid baby to patch up their broken marriage instead of facing the real issues or, considering therapy. Fast forward to now, the baby's here. And word on the street is that things between Hailey and Justin are allegedly way worse than before. Kendall Jenner, who's been tight with Hailey forever, even slipped up and leaked that the baby didn't save a damn thing. And if y'all thought Justin yelling at Hailey during that arcade game was rough, insiders are saying he's allegedly flipped even harder lately.
The real Justin doesn't want to accept, so we'll give it to the other Justin.
By the way, I already dropped a full video breaking down Kendall, exposing everything about the messy situation. Being Hailey's BFF, she definitely knows the real tea. Go check it out if you haven't. But anyway, back to Hailey allegedly staging moments to make it look like everything's sunshine and rainbows. One paparazzi clip really sent TikTok into full-blown conspiracy mode. Hailey was caught leaving a steakhouse in New York City with someone who looked just a little too much like Justin, but also kinda not. That moment? Yeah, it was captured by Backgrid, a paparazzi agency that's literally known for being hired by celebs to stage candid shots. So if Hailey wanted some cozy pics with Justin, all she had to do was hit them up. And boom, instant photo op secured. But what really had fans gagged was what got caught on audio. Off camera, one of the paparazzi said something wild. He straight up said, and I quote, "The real Justin doesn't want to come, so we'll give you the other Justin." Like, huh? Excuse me, what now? That's when everybody shifted their focus to Dylan DeLoss. If you don't know, Dylan is a full-blown professional Justin Bieber impersonator. No joke, he's got the voice, the hair, the tattoos, the moves, the whole package. Dude even toured across Europe doing full-on Bieber tribute shows. Yeah, it's that serious. And honestly, Dylan might not be perfect, but he's super convincing. Fans immediately started playing detective, zooming into the tattoos, especially that signature wing design on Justin's neck that stretches up toward his patient's tattoo under his ear. In the video with Hailey, the dude's wing tattoo looked smaller, less detailed. And the patient's ink sat way higher than it's supposed to.
This brand wasn't going to be called Rhode, it was going to be called Bieber Beauty. So Hailey actually filed for this trademark, but was ultimately rejected because her husband already owned it. So regardless of the inner dynamics of that relationship, why she couldn't have borrowed it from him, I'm not sure.
I don't know if you all remember back in the day when Hailey Bieber was launching Rhode, she was sued by an apparel brand also named Rhode for trademark infringement.
So now everyone's asking, was that Dylan pretending to be Justin? Sure, it could just be weird lighting or a bad camera angle, but what made it even sketchier? Dylan actually has screenshots of DMs from Justin, and Hailey herself has dropped comments under Dylan's TikToks before. So yeah, Hailey definitely knows exactly who he is. All that, stacked up with what the paparazzi said, had people super convinced that Hailey was stepping out with somebody who wasn't even Justin. And trust, it gets way worse. When it comes to copying, Hailey just can't seem to come up with an original version of anything. If you thought the drama ended with her and Justin, think again, because Hailey's been catching heat everywhere, even in business. If y'all remember, Hailey straight up lifted the name Rhode from a small clothing brand, and it got so messy that it turned into a whole legal battle. And guess what? After the original Rhode was basically forced to shut down, Hailey swooped in and trademarked the name for herself. Like, imagine stealing something and then flexing by trademarking it. Wild. Hailey is unhinged sometimes, no lie. Anyways, after she got away with jacking the name Rhode, fans started side-eyeing her brand even harder, saying Rhode might be doing a little more copying than creating. Right now, the big accusation is that Rhode's whole clean, minimalistic aesthetic and marketing style looks way too similar to Summer Fridays, a beauty brand that's already super loved and respected. Now look, to be fair, beauty brands do sometimes overlap. New tones, sleek packaging, that minimal vibe. It's all trending right now. But the internet's not having it when the similarities are just way too obvious to brush off. And honestly, some of these side-by-side comparisons are hard to ignore. All that, stacked up with what the paparazzi said, had people super convinced that Hailey was stepping out with somebody who wasn't even Justin. And trust, it gets way worse. When it comes to copying, Hailey just can't seem to come up with an original version of anything. If you thought the drama ended with her and Justin, think again, because Hailey's been catching heat everywhere, even in business. If y'all remember, Hailey straight up lifted the name Rhode from a small clothing brand, and it got so messy that it turned into a whole legal battle. And guess what? After the original Rhode was basically forced to shut down, Hailey swooped in and trademarked the name for herself. Like, imagine stealing something and then flexing by trademarking it. Wild! Hailey is unhinged sometimes, no lie. Anyways, after she got away with jacking the name Rhode, fans started side-eyeing her brand even harder, saying Rhode might be doing a little more copying than creating. Right now, the big accusation is that Rhode's whole clean, minimalistic aesthetic and marketing style looks way too similar to Summer Fridays, a beauty brand that's already super loved and respected. Now look, to be fair, beauty brands do sometimes overlap. New tones, sleek packaging, that minimal vibe, it's all trending right now. But the internet's not having it when the similarities are just way too obvious to brush off. And honestly, some of these side-by-side comparisons are hard to ignore. First up, the product shots. Fans pointed out that Rhode's promo pics are nearly identical to Summer Fridays. Same model poses, same props, the whole setup looking like a straight-up copy and paste. Then there's the packaging. Scary similar. And to top it off, Rhode even started sending out PR boxes with donuts, just like Summer Fridays did.
Tinted Rhode peptides. I got these 3.5 weeks ago and I love the colors and the formula, but like I said, 3.5 weeks, and if I smell them now, they just smell rotten. They smell like they've gone bad, smells like mildew, smells like mold.
Going in the trash. I just wanted to post an update, if you didn't watch my last video, that the Rhode peptide lip treatments, for some reason, start to smell like soiled laundry after a few months.
Just found mold in my Rhode lip treatment, so I don't know if this is just me, but y'all need to look in the caps. I'm gonna flip it around and show y'all. Okay, do y'all see that? That's mold. That is mold. Mold.
You guys know I'm all about the honesty, even when it bites me in the ass. I'm not doing myself any favors. I'm not getting myself on any PR lists, but we need to talk about the quality control issues with...
At this point, fans aren't buying the inspiration excuse. They're saying Rhode is basically just sitting back, waiting for Summer Fridays to drop something new, and then shamelessly snatching the whole vibe. And before anybody tries to blame it on some intern or random marketing assistant, let's remember what Hailey herself told Elle magazine back in 2023. She straight up said, "My role in the brand continues to be creative director." She made it crystal clear that the packaging, the aesthetic, and all the branding decisions are things she personally oversees. Oh, and she also said product development stays her #1 priority too. So basically, every little deja vu moment you're seeing between Rhode and Summer Fridays, that's landing directly on Hailey's polished plate. More like copying director than creative director, if we're being real. But hold up, it gets even messier. Because guess who entered the chat? The Better Business Bureau, BBB. And what they had to say about Rhode? Yikes. Reportedly, BBB handed Rhode a big fat F, the lowest grade they give out. That means Rhode failed hard, especially when it came to customer service. Not a good look for a brand that's supposed to be all about clean beauty and polished vibes. But why did Rhode flop so hard, you ask? Well, here's the nasty truth. People have been complaining about their lip glosses smelling like straight-up mold for way too long. And not just a little off. We're talking rotten milk, bad breath, straight funky vibes. Customers have described the smell in every tragic way you can imagine. One person even said it smelled like sour milk juice. And honestly, just picturing that is enough to make you gag. But what's even worse? The response, or should I say, the lack of one. Some customers said they sent over 10 emails begging for help and got nothing but silence. One user even slid over to Rhode's Instagram DMs looking for answers, and after a few half-hearted replies asking for pics of the issue, Rhode just ghosted them. Left them on red like it was nothing. And even for the customers who did get a response, it wasn't much better. One person said they waited 2 whole months just to get hit with a, "Sorry, it's been over 30 days, no refund for you" message. Like, what? Now here's the real kicker, and y'all won't believe the irony. The knockoff versions of Rhode's products are apparently getting better reviews than the originals. Some customers even said the dupes smell better than the real thing. Imagine dropping your coins on the real deal, just to find out the copycat version is doing it way better. The embarrassment is real. So yeah, between the non-stop accusations of copying and the disaster with customer complaints, Rhode's reputation right now is looking mad crusty. And we're not even getting into the whole controversy about their latest peptide product, which people are dragging for being marketed more like lip fillers than skincare. As one review summed it up perfectly, with Rhode's latest product, you can literally create the optical illusion of a Botox-style lip flip or even a subtle filler effect. It's a lot, y'all. A whole lot to take in. Now listen, the internet lives for conspiracy theories. And when it comes to Hailey and her copycat behavior, her supporters might try to brush it off as just shade. But honestly, the proof is way too loud to ignore. And sometimes, the truth isn't even that deep. It's actually kind of sad at this point. Maybe it's not that Hailey is out here plotting every move like some evil mastermind. What if she's just deeply insecure? No, for real. Let's talk about it. Look at this comment someone left. She's insecure. Grew up rich, but was treated like a chess piece by her family. She's been a mean girl all her life because it's all she knows. Justin had a rough childhood with serious trauma, and now he's emotionally abusive. Hailey's desperate to feel loved. Honestly, neither of them is in a good place. They're toxic together. A baby, money, popularity, none of it will fix something that was broken from the start. And honestly, that hits hard. Hailey's been living in Justin's shadow since day one, and let's not act like his shadow is small. By 16 years old, Justin was already drowning in fame, pressure, and non-stop public attention. Fame, attention, and pure chaos. That's been Justin's life since day one. From wild parties to rumored flings, shady friends, and addiction rumors, it was all part of his crazy rise to fame. While most of us were just stressing about high school exams, Justin was out here dodging paparazzi and making headlines every other week. Now he's older, married, and maybe trying to chill out a little. But let's be real. You don't just shake off a wild child past and a lifetime of trauma overnight. That stuff stays with you deep. Meanwhile, Hailey's not just battling to keep his attention in the here and now. She's low-key, wrestling with the ghosts of his past too. And honestly, that mental tug-of-war must be brutal. 1 minute, she's his wife, smiling for the cameras. The next, she's probably seeing old videos pop up of Justin wrapped up with Selena or linked to some random model and wondering if she'll ever feel like she's enough. That pressure? It's gotta be exhausting. And maybe, just maybe, that's why Hailey sometimes ends up copying the women who came before her. Not because she wants to be them, but because deep down, she's scared. Scared of losing him. Scared of not measuring up to the pieces of his past that still linger like shadows over everything. It's like Hailey's out here trying to shapeshift into the perfect version of whoever she thinks Justin still secretly wants. The fashion choices, the attitude, the projects, even the whole vibe she puts out on social media. It all feels a little too curated, a little too performative, like she's putting on a show just to keep him locked in. But here's the painful truth. All that over-effort to become what she thinks he wants might actually be the thing pushing him away. When you're constantly trying to prove you're the one, there's barely any space left to just be the one. You end up losing yourself in the performance. And maybe, just maybe, Justin feels that. Because real love? It's not about competing with ghosts or building the perfect highlight reel. It's about trust, security, real connection. And no matter how polished the Instagram posts look, if they don't get real about those things, nothing's gonna save it. Not even a full brand rehaul. Now, I want to hear from y'all. Do you think fans are just reaching? Or is there finally enough proof that Hailey's been copying others longer than she's ever really just been herself? Drop your thoughts down below. Let's get into it. Also, don't forget to check out my other video, where Hailey's own BFF Kendall Jenner Low-Key spills everything about the real state of Hailey and Justin's marriage. You seriously don't want to miss that tea. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives and celeb drama breakdowns. Catch you in the next one, loves!